Hello Internet people, this is MeteorBolt about to strike with some classic gameplay. This is Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. This is a game that I absolutely loved ever since it first came out, way back in the Super Nintendo era. And I've 100%ed it about 5 times. I absolutely love it, and this will be very much a walkthrough rather than a let's play, because I'll be getting everything, all of the extra stuff as I go along, and I'll be stopping to explain different tips and tricks that I've learned over the years to make this game a little bit easier on people who are new to it. But let's get started. Now, this game does not explain its own storyline, but the storyline is pretty simple. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong have gone missing. Hello there, it's me, Mrs. Wrinkly Kong. I found life too hectic at school with all those naughty gremlins pestering me all the time. If you need to save your game, Dixie, call here anytime. That means come here. And I'll record your progress on my new VidMeWhat'sIt machine for you. Now, that's a little bit confusing to me. She has a Super Nintendo there, which apparently she's using to record your progress inside this Super Nintendo game. But anyway, a lot of this game doesn't really need to make sense. And it's not really designed to. Now, this is the general store. All we can really do here is ask questions about the shell and the mirror that are for sale. We don't have any money yet, so we can't buy it yet. Pop in and say hello if you meet them on your travels. Oh, he's talking about his bear friends. Anyway, really nothing to do here yet until we have a few bear coins, so I'm gonna leave. Hey, you just have a really nice day now, Dixie. You hear? Alright, and this is where we get the boats and different craft that we use to navigate the overworld. Yo, Dixie, what's happening? I've set up my smoking new shop on this new island, but I've also brought your excellent cousin Kitty Kong along for the ride. He may be a toddler, but if you let him throw you upwards, you'll almost reach the stars. Oh yeah! And if you throw him, his humongous body can smash through the floor of some areas. Trust me. Alright, now all we can do is rent the motorboat. I'll be seeing you later, Kongs. And this is where the double trouble part of the game comes in, because Dixie has to babysit her cousin, Kitty Kong. Lake Orangatanga is the first world here. Lakeside Limbo is the first level. Okay, now the controls of this game are pretty simple. We use select, or on the Switch, in this case the minus button, to switch between the two monkeys. If we press A, then the non-active monkey gets on our back, and then we can throw them upwards with Y. And there's some hidden stuff up here on top of these covered areas. If we switch to Dixie and Dixie throws Kitty, you can't get anywhere with that. The only purpose of throwing Kitty is to try and break through the floor of certain areas. If you need to reach a higher area, Kitty needs to throw Dixie like this. And if you press A and then just press Y without holding up, then you throw them forward, which really doesn't have much of a point to it. Anyway, here's a K. If we hold Y, we can pick up a barrel, and then we can either let enemies run into it, or release Y to throw it. And here's an example of when we can throw Kitty Kong to break through the floor. Whoops. Again, you need to hold up and then go sideways to get him to land right on top of the broken part. And this is what's called a bonus barrel. It'll ask us to do different things. In this case, collect 50 stars. Pretty easy to do. B and down to let go of a rope. All we gotta do is jump around very slowly and collect the stars before time expires. Very simple. Now this is a, I think his name is Coin, and he always points his shield at you. So if you try to throw a barrel at him, it just bounces off of him. You have to use a steel barrel like this one to defeat him. The key is to bounce it off of a wall or something to get it to run into his back like that. Very easy to do early on, but sometimes he'll be in a area of the course that's hard to find, or you'll have to do some kind of trick to get the barrel to hit him in the back. A lot of free lives in this course if you just look around just a little bit. In the water, it's pretty much just like Super Mario Brothers. Press B to swim upwards and keep pressing B to jump out of the water all the way. Here's a very obvious gap that we can explore. And here's a bonus barrel, but we're going to go past it and get these invisible lives. Green balloons are 2 lives. Every course has exactly 2 of these bonus barrels, except for a few of them toward the end. These parts, these bananas keep appearing in random locations, and you gotta grab them before they disappear, like that. But it's pretty easy here. Try not to be in a hurry, just grab the banana and then get the next one. I was actually a little too slow. I don't know if I've ever failed to complete that one, but in most cases, if you don't complete the challenge in the bonus barrel, you can just turn around and go back in it again and try again. Alright, usually it's a good idea to hold Y the whole time during these challenges to get the bananas as quickly as you can. Again, being down is the quickest way off of the rope. And there's our bonus coin. Bonus coins are not necessary for completing the game, but they are used to open up extra courses toward the end of the game. Now we can hold Y from a distance to grab a barrel with our trunk and hit things with it. And then if we reach the no elephant sign or whatever animal we're riding, and we still have them, they turn into some kind of an item like this, a bear coin. And often, if we go a little bit past the flag at the end of the level, there's more stuff to gather. Nothing to the flag, just jump on it and it raises the flag. And on to the next course here. Now this course, every course has a little bit of a gimmick. This course, we have to hang from these things in order to get these doors to open, and then they start closing, so we need to go through them before they close. Take that, mouse. This one we're going to have to go onto this platform and then turn around and go through here. This right here is a trap door that we can trigger if we jump up like that. Although there's really no point to it right there. Okay, being down to get off of that quickly. No real challenge there. This is one of the rare situations where we actually need to be Dixie Kong and throw Kitty Kong, because then once he grabs onto this, then we can be Dixie, and Dixie gets to use her floaty hair power, which is just if you hold Y, if you press Y in midair, you'll start to float. Anyway, Dixie can use her floaty hair power to grab this extra life and bonus barrel. Collect 60 stars. Alright, again, this is pretty easy. Just make sure you be thorough or move forward slowly, and don't try to just zip around and jump haphazardly. Do it kind of systematically. And we have plenty of time to spare. Okay, now we just need to jump off this thing at the right time so we don't run into the bees. And just keep running. This is a halfway barrel. In case we die, we can restart from the halfway point. This one comes down very slowly. We have lots of time to get up here. Okay, and these are rotating barrels that will launch you out of them as soon as you press B. The best way to get the timing right is to hit B just before you're going to be pointing in the right direction. Alright, now this one, we need to jump off of it right away, or we get hit by the bee. And here's another bonus barrel. Find the coin. This means just reach the end of the course. That's all you have to do. Pretty simple. I'm not even holding Y to make these jumps, so you can just be very careful and not be in a hurry on this one. Another bear coin up there. These banana bunches are 10 bananas. 100 bananas is an extra life. There'll be plenty of extra lives to go around after we're done with a few more levels. This one might take a couple tries for a newbie, because you have to get the timing of that right, and then that. Actually, you don't have to get that one right. You just jump right through. Anyway. And then this, you just have to make sure you're not running into the bee on the way up there. This we can glide easily and safely down with Dixie's amazing hair twirling power. And here's the DK coin, which we just need to throw up here before the gate closes. Simple. And again, we can just safely and slowly grab these bananas. And now I'm going to pretend that they keep going in the same pattern, because if they did, we would run right into that extra life. Just like that. And there we go. Now we completed the level with Dixie Kong, so the flag this time is pink, not blue. You can tell we completed the level all the way a couple of different ways. The exclamation point at the end of the name of the level means we got all the bonus coins, and the little yellow triangular flag in addition to the colored flag means we got the DK coin. Now this is another Wrinkly's Save Cave. These are all over the place. These birds are such good company, unlike my wretched husband, Cranky. And see, that doesn't make a lot of sense because she doesn't have any birds yet. We'll call that a plot hole. Aren't you going to give your favorite relative a goodbye kiss? Ooh, gotta hightail it now. Alrighty, now we can swim around in the water freely. We can talk to this guy, but all he wants is a shell, so we don't need to do that right now. We are going to go under this bridge and reveal a secret cave right here on the beach. Smuggler's Cove. Now, the trick here is to just memorize the pattern, A, A, B, Y, and then repeat it. A, B, Y. And this is one of the banana birds that Wrinkly Kong was supposed to be talking about earlier, because the birds that we find all go to live with Wrinkly Kong for some reason. And here's the next level, Tidal Treble. This is, I think, the only level in the game that has a tide. By the way, this is the DK coin, but there's no steel barrel anywhere around. We need to use a steel barrel, otherwise it will just break on his back. Pretty simple. No trick to that. Just gotta know that the barrel is there when you start the course. And yeah, this is the only level with a current. So if you stop moving, you'll drift backward a little bit, and you have to hold Y really to move forward at a good speed in the water. That guy's going to knock us off as soon as we jump up here, so we need to jump as soon as we get up there, and then he just turns into a normal barrel. Okay, and anytime you can backtrack or go into somewhere that isn't straightforward, good time to look for hidden things. Like this barrel that turns us into our swordfish friend, who is pretty cool. If you press Y, you do a little lunge, or you'll automatically do it if your nose touches anything that you can defeat by poking it. And here's a bonus barrel. What do you know? Collect 30 stars. This is super easy. Just move forward and back and forth. We can actually defeat that spiky guy if we hit him with the right timing, but it's best to just avoid him for now. And we get a free 10 bananas for having our swordfish friend with us. Here's the halfway point. And to get that bear coin, the easiest way is to switch to Dixie and jump out of the water and float over him. Or we can actually just take a hit on him like that, and then here's our DK barrel. That is assuming we had 2 Kongs before we got to the DK barrel. Yeah, we don't even need to jump out of the water to get over this one. And if we jump up in the middle of here, there's an invisible bear coin right there. Kind of easy to get hit by that red guy. Okay, now we only get one shot to make it up there, and we have to bounce off of these guys consecutively like this, holding B and Y the whole time. Alright, and then this is probably the most challenging thing in any of these early levels. We have to do a special maneuver where we're going to roll off the edge and then hit B as we land on the water twice in a row. Just like... oh, nope, I didn't even do it successfully. Alright, here we are, about to make a second attempt at this maneuver because apparently I'm a little bit out of practice. Okay, there we go. Now, the timing is really tricky because you gotta hit B just as you hit the surface of the water. It probably will take you many more tries than 2 to get it if you're not familiar with this game. Okay, bash the baddies just means defeat all of the bad guys as you make your way through the course. 10 seconds isn't a lot for that, but as long as you hold Y and hit the... and be careful not to run into the flying beetle guys. Rather than on top of them, you'll do fine. Alright, now it's possible to accidentally drift backward into that B as you jump out of the water there, but if you're careful, you'll be okay. And B, B, B. And then if this guy does knock you back into the water, you might run into the fish there, but if you don't, just jump right back up. And here's one of the only other times that we can throw Kitty up in the air and break the floor of an area. Now remember, whenever you do that if you throw him just straight up, he just lands right back on your head, so you have to throw him up and then over like that. Alright, here we are at level 4, Skidda's Row. The first snow level, obviously. I'm not sure if there's anything up here. Nope. It's always good to check stuff like that, though. Alright, now this is a snow level, so we slip around. If we stop moving, we'll slip down hills, and if we stop while we're moving, we kind of slide forward a little bit. So, no big deal, really. These guys are easy because their movements are very predictable and they move slowly. We can use this DK barrel to get this guy. Alright, and this guy's pretty easy. We can just slide down when he's on the other side of the hill and then like that. And this bonus barrel is super easy to get because all you have to do is switch to Dixie and float into it like that. Bash the baddies. Alright, now these guys we can get both at once if we do the timing right. Now that one can be tricky for newbies, so you might have to give it a couple more tries. Because it's easy to accidentally slip into the Skidda guys or not get the jumps just right. And this is super easy. Just gotta throw it over his head like that. Those are not difficult jumps if we use Dixie's floating ability. Now this right here, just keep Y held and then jump with the right timing. Find the coin. Where could it be? Could it be over here? I like to play this one as though it were a Bash the Baddies course, because it's a little bit more fun that way. Anyway, some tricky jumps in there for newcomers. Alright, this can be tricky. Just jump up and then jump again. And we managed to spell Kong once more, so we get an extra life. And nothing after the end of the course. Okay, and that was level 4. Here's level 5. This one has a little bit of a gimmick to it, because it's dark. If you have your brightness turned up high enough, it's not a problem to see. But gimmick here is that this elephant guy is afraid of mice. But it doesn't matter if he can't see them. But if he catches one in the light, I'll show you what happens. If he sees one in the light, you're forced to jump up and retreat, which can screw up your jump timing and do all sorts of bad things. So you have to defeat him from a distance with a barrel or some such thing before the elephant catches sight of him. These barrels keep on replenishing themselves. Well, that one didn't, but a lot of them do. I think the deal with this one is there's some hidden bear coins or something up there. We can go back and get this barrel, which replenishes itself. Yeah, and if we just throw it from over here and then jump over here, then yeah, extra lives right there. Okay. And then this timing isn't difficult. You just be patient and pick your spot. And then this guy we just need to defeat when he's in the dark. Alright, that's one of those trapdoors I showed you earlier. I don't know why this is a steel barrel, it doesn't need to be. But here's another bonus barrel. Bash the Baddies. Okay. It's easy to not realize that you can actually hit these guys without even letting go of the barrel. But if you want to, you can throw the barrel up by holding up as you release. Again, you can just jump from the right spot and hit them at their lowest point. Alright, steel barrel. Alright, all we have to do here is hold B as we release the barrel from the top of our jump, and it slowly rolls into the guy's backside. And this one, we just need to make sure... No, we need to use the barrel on this guy. This platform will come back down for us. Alright, and we just release from high enough so it goes over the red B guy. Alright. Now we can just defeat each of these guys. We don't even need to make it underneath them because this barrel just replenishes itself. We can just keep going back and getting it. And there's an N. The nice thing about the Kong letters is that they let you know kind of roughly what part of the course you're at, like, because there's one roughly in each quadrant of the course. So you get the end and you know you're about 3/4 of the way through. Find the coin. Alright, this one can be kind of tricky. Just hold Y the whole time and jump twice in a row. I wouldn't blame you if you had to try that 2 or 3 times to get it successfully. And the trick here is to just not break the barrel on the red B. We can actually jump these guys one off the other. Yeah. And there we go. That's the last level of this world. And all we have left is the boss. Well, we can visit Swanky's sideshow and gamble with our bear coins, but I'll get into that later on in this series of videos. Okay, Belch's Barn. Now, the trick here is open up the barrel, jump on the beetle without killing it all the way. Pick the beetle up. Oops. See, if you jump on the beetle twice, it defeats it. You want to just jump on it one time and then release it at the right height to get it in his mouth. This is a little easier if you play as Kiddy Kong, because he releases the barrels from out in front of him. Then they go a little bit straighter, so it makes the timing a little bit easier. And it's a little bit easier if you release on the way down rather than the way up. And there we go. He burped himself off the ledge. Kind of a hollow victory, because he just sits there in that hole looking mad. But anyway. Alright, and that's the entire first world. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Stay tuned for part 2, where I'll complete Cremwood Forest. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Yeah, again, thank you for watching. Stay tuned.